God! I'm not in there though.
How does it feel? You're the first page of my book.
Oh my God, how lovely!
So welcome back to my first video in my new scrapbook. I will just start off by saying everything, as always, is linked below. So the scrapbook, all of the stuff that I'm going to use, my Instax, my label maker, check the description, it will all be there. So in my old scrapbook I had a page dedicated to my nana and granddad, and I think my parents were a little bit jealous, so I thought it would be quite nice to do a page dedicated to them. So if any of you are from London and know Hackney well, this is my dad's family Chinese restaurant, and then this is my dad at the Chinese restaurant. So these are just some poems that I ripped out of an old book that was really destroyed that my nan gave to me when I was a baby, and they've got this really nice kind of aged effect to them. So because I didn't want to destroy these actual photos, what I did is I scanned them into my printer and then I printed them on photo printing paper, so when I cut these out they're going to look like they're the real things. Plus this way my parents also have a digital version of these photos. Also, do not worry, I shall be keeping this white paper because these are perfect scraps to write your titles on. Also, this film I got from when I was about 12, and I used to be obsessed with disposable cameras. I get them every year for my birthday and Christmas, so I kept the film. So if you were to print these would be rubbish photos, but I feel like they could add a really nice effect to these pages. So I love this dress that my mum is wearing, and I'm really tempted to cut her out and do this cool bold white outline of the figure. I just wanted to show you something, Mum. Right, so you can choose. I was thinking maybe these stickers, or I can do it on brown paper and stamp it, or I could do my label maker. No, you want the stickers. Okay, cool.
Alright, let's have a look at my page.
And then it's got this nice little rip here to make it look really authentic, Dad. Bye, love you. She's approved of the page. This is actually one of the backgrounds that I made on sticker paper. If you check out my Pinterest, which is linked below, I've got a whole board of my favourite kind of backgrounds, so you can get this exact print. All you have to do is just copy it onto a Word document and then print it on sticker paper. So because these stickers are on clear paper, it makes it so much easier, so you can cut them out and place them in. So for example, do I like the mum and dad here, or I could say move it to here. I think for contrast I prefer the dad up here and the mum up here, and I think it's a lot better centered. My mum's favourite flowers are lotus flowers, so I feel like this will go perfectly in that corner. My dad doesn't really have a favourite flower, but I feel like this sticker goes with the broom that he's sweeping, you know, it looks like leaves, he's brushing leaves away. So to finish off this page, I am really happy with it. I thought I'd add in a little envelope because I've got a few other photos that I thought would be quite nice, but you know, there are too many photos otherwise. So to add in my envelope, I'm going to be using my Clip-Matic stickers. So as you just saw, I practiced with this pen, which has run out, so I can get the vague imprint. So now when I do it, it shouldn't be too uneven. So to do this kind of fake calligraphy type, I did thick on both sides and then I left the top and the bottoms really thin, so it kind of creates like a nice little shadow. Also, something that's really important to note is that here I've used a lot of symmetry. So I've got these bottom two in the far corners and then these top two in the near corners. So for my next page, I've got a few more of these ripped out pictures, and as well as that I do have 4 photos which I think would create quite a nice kind of childhood theme. This story perfectly frames this photo. I found these little kiddie unicorn stickers and I feel like it kind of goes with the horse, so I might stick maybe one down there. I have this lovely little sketch drawing of a home. I think this is the 3 Little Pigs. It is. I think I might rip that out and stick that in there. I've got this bee washi tape, which I think could look maybe quite nice there, but it might be a bit bright, and or this kind of lacy crochet one. Maybe this is a little bit old rather than young. Pages like this are perfect at the moment because it's quite hard to do travel spreads when no one's traveling. So Finding old childhood photos like this is a really lovely thing. Then for this photo, I'm going to use photo corner stickers to stick it down. I got these from Neon Sheep for £2.50. I also got these stickers that I used on the other page from Neon Sheep. It is a brilliant shop. So I've spoken before about how great photo corners are, just because you can take your photo in and out. It also means that you don't have to have glue, which can sometimes affect the ink in the photos. So for example, I've stuck this down, but I can still take it out like so, but then I can just easily put it back in. This is pretty minimalistic for me. In my previous scrapbook it tends to be a lot more filled, but I think it's quite nice. So in this pocket is a lot of my memorabilia from Madeira. I never got round to scrapbooking this page, but I feel like it'll be quite a nice thing to include. So the first things first, I'm going to try and look for a colour scheme. So to me it looks quite green. I had also just torn my ACL, so that's why in pretty much all the photos I have crutches. So for example, a photo like this might be a bit like, okay, just some green blurry leaves, but this is actually perfect to have as a background. So for example, this Aerobus ticket goes really well with the green, so if I was just to cut around this, it would be a nice background to have. This was our itinerary, so I've got that so that I can remember what we did. Yay! Oh, and we have a green map. Oh, that's perfect. These are our flight tickets that have kind of faded a little bit, but they are still quite important to me, so I might stick them in an envelope. Either that or the green does go, so maybe I could even do something like that. So I've got my Airbus ticket on my flight ticket. Oh, I really like that. I might cut that out and use that as a title. This was great. Because I had my crutches, we got to order this buggy thing that took us around. So we zoomed around this place. That doesn't surprise me. It's one of the 13 most beautiful botanical gardens in the world. Madeira was just beautiful. The stuff that I don't really want to bin, but is too big to be in this envelope, I've made a folder at the back of my scrapbook, which I showed in a previous video. At this moment in time, the page is quite dark because the photos were quite underexposed. So I'm trying to work out a way to include this map so that you can see it and it will lighten it up. I was having the dilemma of choosing this kind of pinky page because of the pink flowers in my mum's jumper, or the green, but I have conferred with a couple of other humans who agreed that green was best, so I'm going to stick with the green thing. With these 10 by 15 centimetre photos, they can be quite big, so it's often quite a good call to cut them up. I don't have any green washi tape, but I do have this blue one, so I'm going to just use that. And it's got flowers on it, so I'm just using my usual trick of ripping any card in half, like tearing it apart, because otherwise it's going to be really thick to stick. I did have a little problem where it almost tore, so I just stopped tearing from that side and I'm just going from the other edge, and then I'll meet in the middle. Now for sticking this background, I'm going to use my lovely craft mat, because it just saves so much time. And I'm just going to use this white paper, then that also gives me some white areas to write on. The one thing that would finish off this page is to get some of these white flowers which have a little bit of green on them, just to tie it all together. Now to finish off the page, all it needs is my stamp pad and the dates along here. Now sadly I don't have a green envelope, I've only got a blue one, but in here I have just stuck some of our tickets and the extra photos that wouldn't fit on the page, and I will just use the Clipmatic clips again. And that's it for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up and I'll see you next week. Have a lovely day. Bye!